What's going on? It's your boy Spence. Welcome back to another video. So ever since I was 6, 7 years old, it stems that far back. I'll be turning 28 later this month. But when I was like 6 or 7, that's when I started dating girls and stuff. That's when I really started to understand um, on a deeper level what was going on. See, when you're obsessed with yourself and you're on your grind and you're on your mission and you're on purpose. So whether you play sports, whether you work a job, or whether you just have a hobby that you're really into and passionate about, it doesn't matter what it is. One common thing is that you're locked in and you're super focused on that thing. And nothing is deterring you away from that. You have formed your identity and you're standing firm in that identity that you have. And so what that does is it brings people to you, right? You're not going out of your way to put extra effort in. You're not going out of your way to put extra time and energy in, right? You're naturally attracting people. You're naturally having an aura about yourself that's radiating. So when I was 6, 7, 8, all through elementary, all through middle school, all through high school, all through college, when I was done with college and I got into the real world and worked jobs and lived life and dealt with people, it was the same exact thing. I saw the same exact pattern, right? Now, I done lived in Florida. I've lived in Alabama. I've lived in Kentucky. I've lived in California. Right, and in between there, I visited many states: Tennessee, Texas, North Carolina, Ohio, you name it. I've been all through the South and through most of the Western states. It doesn't matter where I was, the same common trend and theme took place, right? When you're focusing on yourself and you're doing your thing, you're going to attract people into your life. You're going to attract women into your life. Without putting a whole bunch of outside effort in. Because the moment you're putting that outside effort in, that's the moment that they're falling back. That's the moment that your whole image becomes something loser, creep, um, just weirdo. That's when your image becomes that. Um, but when you're focused and locked in on yourself at all times, right, and you keep the same energy about you, right? And you're locked in, firm in the pocket on who you are, your personality, and all that stuff, you will attract the right type of people in your life and the right type of women into your life. Um, because it shows them that you have self respect, right? It shows them that you stand 10 toes down about who you are and what you're trying to get to in life. That's what it does. It's the gist of what it does. Um, so, this is what happens, right? So, if you've been talking to a chick, um, and things are going well, she's cooperating, and you make that chick your girlfriend, what's going to happen is all her friends are probably going to start looking at you in a different light. Like they might be attracted to you. Right? They might see you as a good, compatible sexual partner. Even people that don't know you, um, people that are in the vicinity, people that see you with her or know, have the knowledge that you're with her, those women are going to start liking you. It's just, it is what it is. The seeker's out, the cat's out the bag, and we all know that. But it's on such a core level that you just really have to understand that it doesn't matter who it is or what environment it is. This dynamic is true. Right? This dynamic is true, 100%. She's gonna be a lot more attracted to you when she knows that there's other women present, um, because it speaks to your value, and in her eyes, she looks at it as a competition, right? How can I compete? How can I outshine this other woman so that he can pick me? You see what I'm saying? How can I do better than her so he can pick me? You're a bigger fish. You're a bigger prize. You're just a bigger prize. All right. Versus when nobody wants you and nobody's checking for you, you're never going to succeed. Um, and another thing, too, is when you do already have women that you're seeing or currently have a girlfriend or a wife, you radiate a certain type of energy where I'm not really trying to get you. I'm not like, so let's say you have a girlfriend or a wife and you go and you have a conversation with some random woman that you know. She's going to be able to sense just by the simple, short dialogue that you guys are having. She's going to be able to sense that you're not trying to get her. You're not really looking at her like that. You're not really checking for her like that. You're not interested, right? You're keeping the conversation very baseline, right? If you guys are having a little dialogue about something related to whatever's going on at the time, or you guys are having dialogue about more, the thing that she's reading off of you is that you don't really care and that you don't have interest in her, right? And that you're acting very cool, calm, and collected. You acting like that, cool, calm, and collected, and you being very stoic and very chill about the situation, no matter how good she looks, you're being very chill and stoic about the situation. What it's telling her is that you're pre-selected. Even if she doesn't have the knowledge to know that you're pre-selected, she has a sense of being able to weed those guys out. The pre-selected man versus the men who are all over. Because it's a night and day difference how he's acting with her versus other guys who aren't pre-selected, who don't have a lot of options, who aren't on their purpose or whatever, how they're interacting with her. So getting chicks is really like, it's simple, right? When you break all the narratives down, it's a very simple thing to do, right? Because if you are having to pull teeth, if you are having to jump through all these hoops, if you are having to use all this game and use all these tactics, then you're chasing, right? You're trying to create something that's not there, right? I should be able to just sit here and be myself and be on my purpose and focus on me and not do anything extra, right? And I should be able to attract exactly what I want. And that's what's happened, right? That's what's happened. You're doing you. I'm not tripping about nothing. I'm very cool, calm, and collected about the situation. And I'm attracting what I deserve just by doing that. That's it. That's really it. That's it. The moment you're doing more, the more weaker you look because you're just doing more. Because you're trying to entertain and you're trying to perform for this chick. You should never be doing that, right? Um, you should never be trying to monitor or alter who you are for this chick. You see what I'm saying? Just do you. Just be you. Just go about life. Do what really makes you happy, right? Work hard. Work on your passions. Do things that you truly enjoy. That's ultimately not only going to give you fulfillment, but that's going to give you the best results possible. That's all I have.